Welcome to Pastor's Chat today. We're in Psalm 20, where David has given us this psalm that he wrote and sent to the chief musician to be sung by the people. David at this time is king of Israel. Now, he had a rough road even becoming the king. As you know, as Saul hounded him, tried to kill him for over 10 years as he fled. David fled into the wilderness and had to survive through many difficult days to become the king. But after he became the king, the battle wasn't over. My friend, we have a rough road even before we become a Christian. And some people believe when they become a Christian, everything is going to be a bed of roses. But that's the furthest thing from the truth there is when you read and study the Bible and understand the Christian life. We are at war. We are in a battle. We wrestle not with flesh and blood. The weapons of our warfare are not carnal. We're told over and again that in this world we will have tribulation. When the people of Israel crossed the Jordan River and came into the promised land, the land of blessing, Beulah land, they still had to fight the battles to gain victory over the enemy there and to establish themselves. And my friend, we are at war, but thankfully we have a leader, the Lord Jesus Christ, who has already conquered the enemy. We stand in his victory. We need to remember that and understand that. And that's what this psalm is about. This psalm is about before the people of God go to war. And before they go to war, matter of fact, in Deuteronomy chapter 20, God had mentioned that before you go to war, the leaders dedicate themselves to the Lord. They consecrate themselves. Here in this chapter, you see the people are praying, may the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. May the name of the God of Jacob defend you. May he send you help from the sanctuary and strengthen you out of Zion. May he remember all your offerings and accept your burnt sacrifice, Selah. David would go in before, he would have the high priest go in, and he would go to the temple and make sure the sacrifices were offered, or the tabernacle at that time, before he would go into battle. And the people would pray and seek the face of the Lord. Now, what I wanted to talk about for a few moments today is the first verse here, may the Lord answer you in the day of trouble. Yes, the enemy has attacked, the day of trouble has arrived, and what are we going to do? And then he says, may the name of the God of Jacob defend you. Now, this is interesting, and I want to take a minute about this. The God of Jacob. You know, God identified himself by the title, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, when he told Moses he was to go face the greatest leader of the world, Pharaoh, and lead the people of Israel out of slavery, out of Egypt, to the promised land. What a task. And so when God showed up, God says, I'm the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob. And what he was saying to Moses, who had been on the backside of the desert for 40 years, I am the God who really cares. I am the God who has showed himself already and revealed himself to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To Abraham, I revealed myself as the God who is the initiator. I found him when he was in Ur of Chaldees. He was a pagan, worshiping idols, and I called him to be my own, to go to a promised land. I'm the God of Isaac. Isaac, he was the son of Abraham who inherited everything. Oh, my friend, God is the God of Abraham. He's the God of Isaac, but he's also the God of Jacob. Now, Jacob was a big mess. I'm telling you, he stole the birthright. He stole the blessing. He went and connived around to gain everything he got, to get his two wives, Leah and Rebecca, Rebecca. And he did all that, and he was a mess. His name, Jacob, means deceiver. But one day he met God, and his name was changed to Israel there at the brook Peniel, the brook Jabbok, and God changed his name. And God called, after that, God often identified himself over and again, some 23 times, as the God of Jacob. When you are weak and when you have not done right and you have failed, God still is your God, and he will help you. And the people were acknowledging the God of Jacob defends you. And my friend, today, the God of Jacob, the God of the weak, the God of the fallen, the God of the hurting, the God of the confused, the God of those who are having difficulty, He will defend you today. You can trust Him, and I hope you will. Well, God bless you, and you have a wonderful, wonderful day.